This is the third installment in our four-part series about retirement options. In this video, we'll be discussing pensions, guaranteed income annuities or GIAs, and cash value life insurance plans. In our first video, we went over employer-sponsored retirement accounts like the 401k, the 403b, and the 457 plan. In our second video, we covered individual retirement accounts or IRAs. You can check out both of those videos in the description below. The first type of retirement plan that we'll be going over is a pension. A pension is basically a retirement plan that requires an employer to contribute its own money to a fund that is set aside for the employee for their retirement. Much like that of a 401k, the employee is unable to choose where the funds are invested on their behalf. There are two types of pensions, a defined benefit plan and a defined contribution plan. With a defined benefit plan, the employer guarantees that the employee will definitely get a specific amount of money upon retirement, regardless of how their investments perform. If the investments perform poorly, the employer is required to pay the difference to get to that specific amount. The amount of money that is specifically put aside for you is determined by how long you worked for the company and by how much money you've earned from working there in that amount of time, and that's called vesting. Vesting is basically when an employee earns the right to receive a future payment or benefit. Most companies generally require an employee to be vested in the company for 3 to 5 years. With a defined contribution plan, an employer makes a specific amount of contribution on behalf of their employee, usually matching what the employee contributes to a certain amount of money. The full amount of money that is received by the employee at retirement is determined by how well the investments performed. There is no guaranteed amount that the employer will promise the employee, so if the investments perform poorly, the employee could retire with significantly less amount than they had anticipated. Examples of this sort of plan would be the 401k, 403b, and the 457 plans, which we covered in our first video in this series. Most pensions are set up with a retirement age of 65 years old, although some allow withdrawal before that time with reduced funds and potential tax penalties. Also, keep in mind that if you leave a company before retirement, that can cause you to lose some, if not all, of your employee pension benefits. Payments for your pensions are usually made in one lump sum or paid out in equal intervals over time. Pensions are not completely foolproof, though. If the company that you're working for goes bankrupt, you'll lose your pension. Take Enron, for example. In December of 2001, Enron went bankrupt and their employees lost an estimated $1 billion in their pension benefits. The second type of retirement plan is a guaranteed income annuity or GIA. GIAs are basically a guaranteed stream of money that you'll receive after retirement. You can set it up at your insurance company, and you can either be paid over a fixed number of years or for the remainder of your lifetime. You basically take your lump sum of money that you've saved up on your own and you deposit it into this account, and the insurance company will distribute it back to you after you retire, either in one lump sum or spaced out over time, whichever you prefer. These plans are very flexible, and they can also double as an emergency fund, and a lot of people choose that specific option because it's a more predictable source of income in your retirement. You can also customize the plan so that your checks each month will keep pace with the cost of living as well. But if you add the inflation protection onto your plan, it can cost you more in fees. The third and final retirement plan that we'll be covering in this video is the cash value life insurance plan. In this option, you could basically borrow from your life insurance cash value that builds up alongside of your death benefits to supplement your retirement income. The withdrawals are 100% tax-free, and a lot of people think of this as sort of an emergency fund as well. However, this option is generally regarded as a last resort because although they are tax-free, You can rack up a lot of other fees and expenses that will cost you around 3% of your total life insurance plan per year. To recap, we went over 3 different types of retirement plans in this video. Pensions, which are the retirement plans which require an employer to put money into an investment set aside for an employee's future retirement. Pensions are broken up into 2 categories, defined benefit plan and defined contribution plan. With a defined benefit plan, the employer guarantees that the employee will get a definite set amount of money when they retire regardless of how the investments performed. With a defined contribution plan, the employer matches the contribution made by the employee, much like that of a 401k, and there's no guaranteed amount that the employee will receive at retirement. Guaranteed income annuities, or GIAs, which is a lump sum of money that you deposit into an insurance company and they distribute it back to you when you retire. And a cash value life insurance plan, which is tax-free money that you take out of your life insurance plan. As with anything else, remember to do your due diligence before you decide to contribute to any of these retirement plans, as each one of them have their downsides. There will be one more installment in our retirement options series that will cover pretty much any other way that you can save up for retirement. We hope that you find these videos helpful in making the correct decisions for your personal retirement so that you could spend your golden years sipping Mai Tais on the beach of Hawaii. We make videos like this to help everyone like us save money or take advantage of any existing opportunities out there to gain financial freedom. For more videos like this, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of our latest videos.